Hi, hello, my name is Kat, and welcome to the coziest corner of the internet. Today I wanted to take a little bit of a break from Nintendo Switch games and talk a bit more about the accessories that I love for my Nintendo Switch console. I spent a long time collecting controllers, cases, little gadgets, and so I think it'd be a really good time to show you guys my entire collection of accessories that I have here in this apartment. There might be some others living at home, don't tell anyone, but hopefully I can give you a little bit of a review on each of them, whether or not I still love them, and which ones I would recommend. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into the video. So first and foremost, I want to start with my most used accessory, which are my Pro controllers. I have 3 different Pro controllers, and each kind of serve a different purpose, and some I like more than others. So first and foremost, my signature, my beautiful pink controller. This is the one that's made by Joy-Pop. They do custom controllers in all sorts of different colors. I chose this pink one because it matches my Joy-Cons, which I'll show you in a bit, and I just love it. It's an actual like Nintendo Pro controller, just modded with like a different case. So it still works the same as a normal Nintendo controller. It's just as good. Haven't had any issues with like drift or any of that stuff. So I think this is my favorite item that I have in my collection. It's beautiful, and it's kind of got like a matte finish on it, so it feels really good, and it works just like a normal Nintendo Switch Pro controller. The next controller I actually bought it before my Pro controller. This was the first one I ever owned, and it is the very tiny kitty controller. You've probably seen this one on Instagram before. I think a lot of people have this. Realize how much dust there is on it. It's very cute, I will say, and what I like about it is it connects to my PC really easily. I don't really have to like changing the buttons or anything, whereas my Pro controller for some reason just won't connect, and I can't use it for Steam games, which is really annoying. So I use this mainly for PC gaming. The thing that I have the problem with is it's very tiny, so if you have tiny hands, you'll like this, but like it's so much smaller than the normal Pro controller. So I do find it kind of weird switching between the two sometimes, but it's really good if you're also a PC gamer and you want something that you can switch between. It also has like the option to make turbo controls, which is like pretty much like rapid speed, so you can program it to do some interesting things. If you're a PC gamer and a Switch gamer, this might be a good one to get. And then the third Pro controller I have is this guy, my little Pikachu one. This was gifted to us from a friend, and it's really good. I have no clue what brand it is. Power A, apparently. So it's definitely not a Nintendo brand one. I think it's probably one of the grocery store ones that you can buy here in the UK. It's yeah, it's fine. We use it a lot when we're like gaming with other people. So if we're playing like Mario Kart or something in the house, usually the person who's not me gets this one because I want to use my pink one. So it's good to have like an extra controller for that reason. But otherwise, I don't know if I would buy it myself. Okay, moving on to Joy-Cons. I have 2 sets of Joy-Cons. So the first one, which you'll definitely recognize from my Instagram, are my pink Joy-Cons. And again, this is the reason why I bought the pink Pro controller too, so that they matched. I believe this is the Sakura pink from Extreme Rate. So I modded this myself, and pretty much I unscrewed the casing from the Joy-Con and like replaced it with this pink one and with some white buttons. So people ask me a lot what skin it is. It's not a skin, it's a modded Joy-Con. You can buy these pre-made. If you go on Etsy, there's lots of stores who do them, but I chose to just buy the Extreme Rate ones. They're really cheap, and they send you kind of like a little screwdriver and stuff so you can do it yourself. I will say they do have drift, and I do think it's my fault. I think I screwed them up when I did them. I don't mind it so much because, to be honest, they're kind of for aesthetics, and before they were pink, they were the blue and red ones, which I hated. I hated those looks. So I didn't really mind if I screwed them up a little bit, but yeah, just keep that in mind when modding controllers. You can mess them up potentially, but I think it's worth it because they're cute, and I don't play with Joy-Cons that often, so it's not a huge deal for me. The other pair I have another pair of gray Joy-Cons. This was mainly because these ones were drifting. And I wanted like a second pair to change up the style of my photos and things. So I bought these used from CEX here in the UK, and I've just added, they're just like white grips on the controllers. These are what I'll use mainly with my hard cases because I have 2 different colored hard cases, which I'll show you later, and they just look better with the gray. I found with the blue and the red Joy-Cons, you could see them like under skins and under cases, and I just really didn't like that. Can you tell I really don't like the vibrant color stuff? I'm a pastel girl, what can I say? But it's nice to just have another pair so that I can kind of switch it up when I want to. And yeah. Okay, so next I have a couple different cases. The first one that I just mentioned are my kind of like hardback cases. So I have two. I have one in the pink color. So this is what I had on my Switch before I modded my Joy-Cons. And then I have the green color, and then they come with kind of like backings for your Joy-Cons. So it looks really nice together. Like I said, I put them on these gray ones a lot when I want to switch it up. And sometimes, I don't know, I like the feel of like the backing plate. It's like a matte texture. So if you play a lot of handheld, it kind of does feel a bit nice. It does add some weight, but it's quite light, so I don't mind it at all. But yeah, so I used to use those a lot more than I do now, but it's nice to have the green one to kind of switch up my aesthetic if I want to. And then the other case, which I was kindly gifted from Tom Talk, is like a grip case, and let me just show you what it looks on. So this is what it looks like on. It's really subtle. So it just pretty much adds like grips to the back of the Switch. It's really, really nice for traveling. I pack it a lot in my suitcase when I'm going on like a long haul flight or if I'm taking the train somewhere. I just think it just looks really nice. It's really simple. They have a couple different colors, I believe. Also has a little slot behind the Joy-Con for a game. So if you don't have like a case that stores games, you can store 2 games in this case. So again, really good like travel option if you're looking for one. The only problem I have with it is that my Joy-Cons sometimes slip out. So if I try and play Mario Kart on this specifically, I tend to disconnect a lot because my Joy-Cons will disconnect. I don't think that's the case though. I think it's me messing up my Joy-Cons. So, you know, it's aesthetic though. It was worth it. I still think it was worth it. So another case I have, this is more like a travel case, is also from Tom Talk. It's their pink travel case. This is kind of one you'll see a lot. It's got just kind of a space for your Switch there. And then all of my games. I believe it's 10 slots. Yes, 10 slots for games in here. What I really like about it is it's got this kind of like fuzzy texture. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I really like that. I don't know why. Probably to protect the screen, but it's just nice. Makes it feel a little higher quality, which is cool. I also have a large carrying case from Tom Talk. It's currently buried under some boxes, so I'm not going to show you mine, but I'll post a photo here next to me. It's pretty much really good for if you want to bring your dock with you. There's like a little slot for your dock, for your Pro Controller, for your Switch, for your Joy-Cons, for your chargers. It's really, really useful. I've used it especially when I'm moving house to house, just because it protects everything. But also if I'm like, yeah, a long haul flight or I want to stream when I get to my destination, I will bring that instead. And then the very last thing I wanted to show you today, which is less of like a console accessory, but more just like a Switch accessory, are my collection of Amiibo cards and coins. I'm not like a fancy collector with this stuff. I just wanted to get cuter villagers. So I went with the cheapest option, which is like Etsy. So I have a bunch of cards of a bunch of villagers that I like, which has really helped me with my Animal Crossing island and getting very cute houses on my island. And then I have a few of the coins as well. I really like the coins. I think they're much easier to store. I'd probably choose those again if I were to ever do it again. Don't play as much Animal Crossing anymore. I would suggest that if you're looking for a cheaper option or if you just can't find the villagers you want in the like Nintendo cards, it's an option that's out there as well. Anyways, that's it for the video today. I know it was kind of a short one, so let me know what you thought about this. Did you like seeing some of my accessories and hearing my thoughts on them? And let me know in the comments what's your favorite Nintendo Switch accessory. And if you did enjoy this video, I'd super appreciate it if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to hear of more content. If you'd like to hang out, maybe play some games, have some chill chats, also make sure you come check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/cozygamercat. I currently stream 3 days a week over there and I would love to meet you. And if you want to see more content like this, my review on accessories for the Switch or games, make sure you check me out on Instagram at cozygamercat. I highlight a lot of these items over there and maybe it gives you some idea on what you need next. Anyways, thank you all so much again. I hope you have the coziest day and I'll see you next time.